Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Crime and fantasy on this Monday with episodes of Crime in Peter Chambers starring Dane Clark, crime classics and the final day of General Ketchum and how he died, and the FBI in Peace and War star performance, and an episode of the CBS Radio Workshop, the story of Starboy, and we'll wrap it all up with an episode of Claudia. That's coming up on this Monday, 27th day of July, 208th day of the year, 157 days remaining in 2026. Union General George B. McClellan put in command of the Army of the Potomac during the Civil War on this date in 1861. Bugs Bunny made his debut on this date in 1940 in the cartoon A Wild Hare.
Guess who? Eddie Wilmore? Nope. Whoa, Cow Wombard? Rosemary Wayne? Nope. Olivia de Havilland? Nope, but you're getting warmer. Say, you wouldn't be that screwy wabbit, would you? Could be.
Now, in re-releases of the cartoon, the references to Carol Lombard removed, Barbara Stanwyck edited in, out of deference to Lombard, who died 2 years after this cartoon was produced. Also on this date in 1940, Billboard magazine published its first singles chart for the week of July 20th. The number one song belonged to Tommy Dorsey's band.
I'll never smile again until I smile at you. I'll never laugh again. What good would it do?
The Dorsey Band with the number one song on this date in 1940, with the vocals by the Pied Pipers and a young boy singer. You might have heard of him. His name was Sinatra. An armistice signed on this date in 1953, ending the Korean War.
They both walked to their respective tables, each accompanied by 2 aides. They sat down, didn't even glance at each other, and immediately set to work signing the documents.
CBS News correspondent live from Panmunjom on this date in 1953. Then Vice President Richard Nixon nominated on this date in 1960 to challenge John Fitzgerald Kennedy for the presidency of the United States.
May I present in nomination a fighter for freedom, a pilgrim for peace, the Vice President of the United States, the Honorable Richard M. Nixon.
Oregon Governor Mark Hatfield. On this date, 14 years later, the House Judiciary Committee voted to impeach Richard Nixon for obstructing justice in the Watergate case.
There is a contradiction when the executive branch is both investigatory and the subject of investigation. And there is a contradiction when efforts to determine whether the office of the president is being faithfully executed are met with the claim that the faithful execution of the office precludes disclosures of the relevant facts. It is these events and these contradictions that forced the House, by a vote of 410-4, to set in motion this impeachment inquiry.
New Jersey Democrat Congressman Peter Rodino. 12 days later, President Nixon would resign, and Gerald R. Ford would become the first unelected president of the United States. On this date in 1995, the Korean War Veterans Memorial dedicated in Washington by President Clinton.
They set a standard of courage that may be equaled but will never be surpassed in the annals of American combat.
The dedication took place on the 42nd anniversary of the armistice that brought the conflict to an end. Terror struck the Atlanta Olympics on this date in 1996 when a homemade pipe bomb went off in a park where thousands watched a rock concert. One person killed, more than 100 injured. This man was there when the explosion went off.
I was sitting on the ball looking out at the music in the crowd, and all of a sudden, skabooey, and it just blew me off the wall. I turned back, there were a couple people laying there, I got the hell out of there.
Anti-government extremist Eric Rudolph later pled guilty to the bombing, exonerating security guard Richard Jewell, who had been wrongly suspected. It was on this date in 2003, Bob Hope died in his home at the age of 100.
Thanks for the memory of sentimental verse, nothing in my purse, and chuckles when the preacher said, for better or for worse, how lovely it was.
From the motion picture The Big Broadcast of 1938, Bob Hope and Shirley Ross played a divorced couple who sang the song in the movie, and that was Ross along with Hope. The song would be associated with Bob Hope for the rest of his life and beyond. After an incident during a space shuttle mission on this date in 2005, NASA grounded the space shuttle pending an investigation of the continuing problem with the shedding of foam insulation from the external fuel tank. The Board of the Boy Scouts of America voted on this date in 2015 to allow openly gay leaders into the organization. Eagle Scout Eric Hay ran the Dallas chapter of Scouts for Equity.
Scouts will go on doing what it does best, and no one's going to notice because, they're just going to have a lot more great leaders involved.
And it was on this date 10 years ago today, in 2016, President Trump, then a presidential candidate, expressed a hope that the Russians could recover 30,000 emails that were deleted from Hillary Clinton's personal server. They never did. Passing away on this date in history, we had novel, poet, and playwright Gertrude Stein, English actor James Mason, the man who invented that machine that rolls over the track to re-ice it, Frank Zamboni, also Bobby Day, the singer-songwriter, sportscaster and wrestling commentator Gordon Soley, born on this date, Bertha Faye in the WWE, Canadian wrestler Rhonda Singh, also actor-singer Tony Martin. From Babylon 5, also talk show host Jerry Doyle, and Tony Dow, Wally from Leave It to Beaver, all passing away on this date in history. Birthdays of those who are no longer with us include baseball's legendary Leo DeRocher, also actor Keenan Wynn, Norman Lear, and Jerry Van Dyke, all born on this date in history. They have all left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Singer and Broadway actress Maureen McGovern turned 77 today. You remember this.
There's got to be a morning after. If we can hold on through the night, we have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light.
It won the Academy Award for Best Original Song and became a #1 hit for Maureen McGovern in 1973. It was in the Poseidon Adventure. Maureen McGovern, 77 years old today. Actress, comedian Carol Leifer is 70 today. Another comedian with lots of yucks, Bill Engvall, 69.
And my daughter will always be very special to me because she's my first child and she's my only little girl, but it's really killing me the way she's growing up because she's in a room listening to her stereo, she's online with her friends, and little boys are starting to call the house now. Oh my God, we had a kid call the house at 2 a.m. Oh yes, I lost it. Because first off, I'm sound asleep in La La Land with Farrah Fawcett in a mountain somewhere, and I hear a phone ring. I'm like, who's got a phone in the mountains? So when I realized it's mine, I'm already a little miffed. So I said, hello. And this little voice goes, is Emily there? And I go, dude, if you have a brain in your skull, you will hang this phone up right now. And my wife said, Bill, you've got to be nice. And I go, no, ma'am, nice stops at midnight. And she said, what are you going to do when these little boys come over the house? And I said, oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the young man in tight next to me so only he and I can hear the conversation. And I'm going to whisper in his ear and I'm going to say, boy, look at me. You see that little girl right there? That's my only little girl, man. She's my life. So if you have any thoughts about hugging or kissing, you remember these words. I got no problem going back to prison. Oh, God bless my wife. She puts up with this every day of the year.
Bill Engvall's cut way back on his schedule these days, but he still performs at 69 years of age. Former pro wrestler, now the chief content creator for the World Wrestling Entertainment Organization, formerly known as Triple H, Paul Michael Levesque, is 57 today. Minnie Riperton's daughter, from Saturday Night Live and Idiocracy, Maya Rudolph is 54. Actor Jonathan Rhys Meyers is 49. TNA wrestler Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler in the WWE, 46 years of age. His brother Ryan Nemeth still competes as well. And from Orange is the New Black, Taylor Schilling is 42.
Oh my God, Larry, by the time I get out, there'll have been like 300 generations of iPhone.
Taylor Schilling, 42 years old today. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 27th day of July as their birthday. If this is your birthday.
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you.
And on this Monday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, Crime and Peter Chambers. That's up next.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
All right, we're going to start off by going back 72 years, July 27th, 1954. Dane Clark in Crime and Peter Chambers.
Crime and Peter Chambers. Created by Henry Kane, transcribed and starring Dane Clark. Private investigator, duly licensed and duly sworn, Peter Chambers.
You're a private eye. That's your business. Anything else? That's for laughs. Laughs? This one figures for more laughs than a bull session at a bachelor dinner. You're being retained to play nursemaid to three of the most beautiful girls in the world. And for that, you're being paid. The lady at your office is Miss Matilda Cragg, battle axe type, and built like a fire hydrant.
Your fee, then, is $500.
Yes, Miss Cragg.
And you understand that I represent Mr. Byron Thorndike?
Yes, Miss Cragg.
And you understand that Mr. Thorndike is the Mr. Thorndike, Byron Thorndike Model Agency?
Yes, Miss Cragg.
And you know why you're being retained?
Well, of course, Miss Cragg.
Then let's go over it again.
Again, Miss Cragg?
Young man. My dear young man.
Yes, Miss Cragg.
Can't you... Isn't it possible... Won't you please call me Matilda?
With all my heart, Matilda.
There now, that's much better. So much less businesslike, less formal. Well then, let's get on.
All right, here goes. Every big city in most every big country has been running a beauty contest. Then all of them competed in an elimination contest in Los Angeles, and 3 were chosen.
Correct. Miss Madrid, Miss Paris, and Miss Brooklyn.
And these 3 are now here in New York for the finals tomorrow.
And one of the 3 is to be crowned Miss Universe. Prize, $50,000 in cash and a Hollywood contract.
And Byron Thorndike is to be sole judge.
And I am here as chaperone for the young ladies. Mr. Thorndike has taken a lovely house on Sutton Place with a lovely garden and a lovely view. Oh, the East River in the summertime.
Yeah,
The vast bridges.
Yes, Miss Craig.
Their lights strung across the water like...
All right.
Something, Mr. Chambers?
Matilda, let's get back to cases.
Yes, of course. Now, you're to be there tonight at midnight.
Because the money transport company is going to deliver 50,000 cash bucks to Thorndike at 11:45.
And you're to serve as bodyguard. You will come armed, of course.
Oh, of course, Miss Matilda.
And you will stay with Mr. Thorndike until tomorrow afternoon. And then you will remain with whatever young lady wins the prize until the money is safely deposited in a bank. Miss Madrid, a brunette, is Lola Granada.
Uh-huh.
Miss Paris, a redhead, is Louise Dupre.
Uh-huh.
And Miss Brooklyn, a blonde, is Joan Hallam.
Yikes.
Now, Mr. Chambers, I want you to remember.
It's the longest day of your life, as what day wouldn't be when at the end of the rainbow you're scheduled to meet, you hope, Miss Madrid, Miss Paris, and Miss Brooklyn. Anyway, comes midnight and you're all dolled up in your summer finery, if one will forgive the slight bulge for gun and holster. And you're at the house on Sutton Place, and you've got your finger on the buzzer.
Well, Peter Chambers, boy detective. I was told you'd be due here, so I opened the door for you myself.
Say, what are you staked out here for, Louis? Assistant judge in a beauty contest?
I don't think that contest's coming off, Pete. It's been canceled on account of the unexpected advent of a corpse.
Detective Lieutenant Louis Parker. Homicide, New York City Police. Straight cop and good friend. He leads you through a corridor that opens upon a massive living room, and there, in a chair with his back to the entrance, Byron Thorndike. Very dead. A knife crammed between his shoulder blades. Parker's men are doing their jobs. Photo guys, fingerprint guys, the works.
Real nice, huh?
Byron Thorndike with a knife in his back. When'd you get the call, Louis?
About 10 minutes ago.
Who found him?
The chaperone, that Matilda Cragg.
Where's she?
Right now in a hospital.
Hospital?
Oh, wait a minute, Pete. My boys are finished here. Yeah. Yes, you might as well get the body out, too. All right. Okay, and I'll be downtown shortly. All right, Petey. Where were we?
Matilda Cragg.
Yeah. Well, let me set you up on the details first. The money arrived a little early, about 25 to 12.
That's the motive for the murder, huh?
No, sir, it ain't. That dough was piled up on the table here when we found him. Nice as you please.
Well, if not money, then why do you think...
Search me. Anyway, about, 11:45, we get the call downtown reporting this thing.
Call from whom?
Matilda Cragg. We do it with the siren blasting all the way, and we're here in 5 minutes. We find the door locked, so we jimmy our way in, and there he is, just like you saw him. Dead. His back to the entranceway, and Matilda keeled over by the phone.
Slugged?
No, fainted. Turned out to be a heart attack, as a matter of fact.
Oh?
Anyway, we bring her to, and she straightens us out on some of the facts, and then we pile her off to the hospital where she is now, incommunicado.
And what were these facts?
Very meager. Miss Cragg decides to come down to see if Thorndike needs anything before she retires for the night, you see. She comes in here, and she finds him, just like you saw him. She phones in to the cops, she keels over, and that's the deal, period.
The dough was delivered at 25 to 12. By the way, where is the dough?
I sent it downtown to our property clerk, safekeeping.
Okay, dough delivered 25-2. She finds him at 1:45, which means he was killed within that 10-minute period, right?
Right.
Those girls been in the house all that time?
Yeah, each in her respective room.
So one of them's your murderer.
Or Matilda Cragg.
Well, one of the 4 of them. You, talk to the dames upstairs?
Yes, nothing. Each one clams, each one denies, each one professes no motive.
Where do they live? Addresses and stuff?
That's a thing. One lives in Madrid, one in Paris, and the one from Brooklyn was living in Hollywood when Thorndike discovered her.
What have you told them? How much do they know?
Well, they don't know nothing except that the guy was stabbed to death. And that's all the information they're going to get until I'm ready to question. Meantime, they all stay put like they are and keep denying like they're doing.
Think I can see him?
Think I can stop you?
Upstairs, Parker introduces you to the cast of suspects. And a beautiful cast it is. First is Miss Brooklyn. Blonde as a Viking, blue-eyed and ruby-lipped.
My name is Joan Hallam, and I don't know nothing from nothing. I don't know who killed him or why he was killed. And I would consider it a special favor if you two baboons got out of here and left me alone.
Charming. Next you go a-calling on Miss Madrid. Raven hair pulled to a bun in the back and black eyes with more flash than a swindler on the make in Monte Carlo.
I am Lola Granada. I am shocked and all broken inside. I have nothing to say. I wish to be alone. Please.
Charming. And then Miss Paris. Red hair, green eyes, and a figure like the figure 8, but, oh, so much more attractive.
I am Louise Dupré. Oh, it is Peter Chambre, n'est-ce pas? Oh, this is so great a surprise. I am charmed. It is my delight.
Double charming. You met her last year in Paris when she was dancing in the Folies Bergère. You just didn't connect the name. You were there on a case, and this had all the makings of a great romance when, as luck would have it, the case was over and you were yanked back to the States.
Oh, tiens, my handsome Peter. Mon cher, this is so true, a delight, so unexpected.
Hey, what the devil is going on here?
We are old friends, my dear,
Lieutenant.
Oui, Commissioner. Yes, you know who this is? This is Peter Chambre, the one true great detective of all the United States.
Louise,
He must have told you that himself.
Oh,
huh?
yes, he did. The one Peter Chambre, the great detective.
All right. Well, yeah.
Oh, now look, my one true great detective of all the United States.
Oh, look, Louis, you don't understand. You see, I was in Paris last year.
The one great detective.
Louis, I'm trying to explain to you.
I will talk to him. I will talk to him alone. I do not trust another. I am in a strange country. I will talk to him. But not here. Outside, in the rear, is a garden by the ocean. By the beautiful East River Ocean. There I will talk to him.
Well, what have you got to lose, Lieutenant?
Commissioner, I will talk to him, to the Peter Chambre.
Okay, go talk to him.
And so, outside in the garden, with a cool breeze coming over the East River Ocean, she puts her arms around you and kisses you. But from the way she kisses you, you know she's worried. And before you can ask her, she says it.
Oh, I am so worried, Peter. I am very much distressed.
You tell me, honey. You tell the great detective of all the United States.
My knife. It is missing.
Uh-oh. What's with the knife?
It is in my family, an heirloom. We have had it many years, but it is gone.
Since when?
I do not know. I showed it to the girls when we came here 2 days ago. Then I put it in my bureau drawer. Then I did not look again until the police came and told us about poor Byron. They told us he was, how you say it, stuck. Stooped?
No, stuck. Stuck.
Stuck. Then quickly I look. My knife, she's not there.
Well, did you tell the police?
I was afraid. I am in a strange country. They will think that
Look,
perhaps
they're going to find out sooner or later.
So, if they find, then I will speak. Perhaps they do not find, then I have no need to speak.
Look, Louise, you didn't kill him, I hope.
Oh, no, not I. Peter, you will protect me. You will protect poor little Louise. You will not be sorry. Louise will appreciate so like
now,
this.
Wait a minute. You're a little premature in the appreciation department. Easy.
True. You are correct.
You have any ideas on Byron Thorndike?
Oh, he was a bad man.
Well, that's an idea. Where'd you get that from?
No, from Miss Brooklyn, Joan Hallam.
You mean she didn't like him?
Oh, she loved him.
So, that makes him a bad man?
Oh, it is so. I am the prettiest. I know I am going to win. I tell this to Joan. She agrees, but she does not agree.
No, slowly, honey, slowly. You're committing mayhem on your English.
She agrees, and she does not agree.
Well, how do you work that one out?
She agrees that I am the prettiest, but she does not agree that I will win. She tells me that she loves Byron, and that Byron loves her, and it is all, how you say, in the bag, that she will win.
Oh, a fix, huh? Even in a beauty contest.
Fix?
What is this fix?
You skip it, honey.
Huh? Okay, I skip. So that is how I know he is a bad man?
Now, look, this Joan Hallam, she's told the cops that she lives in Hollywood. Do you know anything about that?
Well, once when we are together in Los Angeles, she tells me of a little room she has in Brooklyn. She says never to tell anyone because it is so poor and small. She says she still keeps it because it is so inexpensive, even though she lives in Hollywood, just in case she has to come back east. She was having so much wine that night. I do not think she even remembers that she told me.
Did she give you the address?
Oui. 262 Hoyt Street.
Hoyt Street?
Hoyt Street?
Oh, you mean Hoyt Street?
That's what I said. Hoyt Street.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Ground floor back. Is in Brooklyn, no?
Is in Brooklyn, yes.
So now, Peter, I have told you all because I am so afraid. You must help me, and then when it is all over, believe me, Louise will not forget. Louise will remember.
Regretfully, you leave Louise, but you hope there will be a better moment when all her worries are dissipated. You accompany Parker to the Belmore Hospital, where you sit outside in the white wall corridor while he interviews Matilda Craig. You sit for a long time until finally he comes out.
Well, I think we can eliminate her.
Matilda, why?
My boys have checked her thoroughly. She's known Thorndike a long time, sort of a secretary in his agency, and he's been very good to her. She's got a bad heart. He's paid for doctors' treatments past 10 years.
Well, at least she could straighten you out on his background.
She's no help there. He kept his personal life to himself.
What about those dames out at his house? She have any ideas as to who might have stuck that thing into her boss?
That's why I come out for you. She heard mention of a threat.
By whom?
Lola Granada.
Miss Madrid?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, how did it happen?
Come on in and listen. Softly now. Miss Craig.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, Mr. Chambers.
Miss Craig, tell us about that argument now, will you please? You feel strong enough?
Oh, yes, I do. It was 2 days ago. Miss Hallam was in Miss Granada's room. The door was open and I was dusting outside and I could hear. Miss Hallam was speaking. Miss Hallam was saying...
Look, Lola, I don't want to tread on anybody's toes. I'm telling you the truth, so help me. I don't care if you're jealous or you're not jealous. I'm telling you the truth. I'm supposed to win this contest hands down. Byron Thorndike told me he was stuck on me. Told me he was in love with me.
Then he was lying.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Maybe yes, my dear Joan. Neither you or Louise will win. Only I. There is $50,000 to be paid, and he will keep it in the family. He will pay it to his wife.
Wife?
Yes, I am his wife. We are married in Los Angeles.
Why, I don't believe it.
No? Then look at this. A marriage certificate. Do you see, John?
Yeah, I see.
And I don't want you playing around with my man. Is that clear? Or he with you. And I have told him that. I have told him, if it continues, I will kill him. I am not accustomed to this, and I will not have it. And now that I have told you, please to get out of here. Please get out. Quickly!
Okay. Don't let that Latin temper of yours get the best of you. I've got a temper of my own, you know. Byron Thorndike. That dirty, miserable dog.
And that was what I heard. I didn't mention it. Not to anyone. I'm not one to gossip. But now, in these circumstances...
All right, Miss Craig. All right. Now, easy, huh? Put your head back on the pillow. Nurse.
It's the middle of the night now. Parker's gone down to headquarters for a workout with his laboratory men, and you're dying to go to sleep, but you've got one more little chore to do. 26262 Hoyt Street turns out to be a ramshackle brownstone with ash cans on the sidewalk. Ground floor back is a flimsy door that has no resistance to your gentle ministrations. Inside, there's lots of accumulated dust. But there's also signs of a recent entry. like a newspaper with yesterday's date. You give the joint a quick going over, which isn't much of a job, and then out of an old musty trunk, you come up with something which isn't musty at all. That does it for you, and you get out of there. Next afternoon, you're at the house on Sutton Place. Parker's got the ladies in Lola Granada's room, and he's jabbing left hooks. But you know Parker, he's holding back that haymaker. Possibly because he's got no haymaker to throw. But he's wearing them down, the three of them.
Now you, Miss Paris, Louise Dupre. That knife belongs to you, no question. That's a French knife made in France, one of them antique deals.
But, Commissioner...
It's Lieutenant.
Certainement. But it does not mean I have used the knife to kill.
Only fingerprints on it are yours, lady.
Well, it belongs to her. Whose fingerprints should be on it?
Look, who invited you here?
You did, Lieutenant. We're sort of working hand in glove on this thing. Glove. Now, there's a pretty word. Whoever stuck that steel into him probably did use gloves. These ladies equipped with gloves?
Yeah, all of them.
So a gloved hand would keep the culprit's fingerprints off and keep Miss Dupre's fingerprints on.
Okay. Well, let's get to you, Miss Madrid. Lola Granada with a Latin temper. Brooklyn here's been keeping her trap closed, but you, Miss Granada, were heard to threaten Thorndike in her presence. Any comment, Miss Granada?
I did not kill him.
That you said too many times. Any other comment?
Only once again I wish to report the loss of my marriage certificate. It was stolen.
Marriage. We're working on a murder case.
It might be pertinent, Lieutenant.
Are you still here? Why don't... Pertinent how?
Because it was stolen by the murderer.
Ah? And I suppose you know who that is, too.
Of course I do. Here, let me point a finger. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it comes out, you.
Joan Hallam?
Me?
You, Miss Joan Hallam. You stole that marriage certificate.
I did not.
Oh, you deny it, huh?
I certainly do.
All right, I'll show you the missing marriage certificate. See, I'll dig it out of my pocket. Take a look.
What about it?
Guess where I found it?
Where? Where did you find it?
26262 Hoyt Street, ground floor back.
But how? How could you?
Honey, you were put on a spot.
What are you talking
You've
about?
been put on a spot by Thorndike himself. The lieutenant's been holding on to you, sweetie.
He couldn't.
Thorndike scribbled your name.
He couldn't.
He scribbled your name when he saw you come in with a knife in your hand.
He couldn't. His back was turned. He was seated with his back to the... Oh.
And that, my dear Lieutenant, is what is known as cooking your own goose.
Nobody knew that he had his back to the door, Miss Hallam, except Miss Cragg, the police, and the murderer.
It's talking time, Miss Hallam.
Okay, I killed him. That's one rat that deserved it. I had a contract waiting for me in Hollywood, but he talked me into this. Told me it was a sure thing that I'd win this contest. Told me he loved me. Anything to get this thing rolling for him. Look at all the publicity it gave him. All the business, and for free. Because he figured to keep that 50 G's in his own family. That phony rat was going to fix it so his own wife, Lola, would win that contest.
When did you make up your mind to kill him, Miss Hallam?
When I caught him in the final lie.
And what was that?
I talked to him yesterday morning. I told him what Lola had told me, that they were married. Even then, he brazened it. Told me he wasn't married to Lola. When I threw him the bit about the marriage certificate, he told me that was a phony. So I hooked it. I had a lawyer call L.A. and check it. It was the McCoy. Well, that was it. I sneaked Louise's knife from a drawer, and I waited for my chance.
And that was that. Parker cleans up the loose ends, and your case is closed. And that evening, Louise Dupre descends upon you. And with a cool breeze wafting over from the East River Ocean and a couple of highballs clinking ice, you have a declaration from the beautiful Miss Paris.
Ah, the true great detective of all the United States. In appreciation, Louise bestows a kiss like so.
And in appreciation of your appreciation, the true great detective of all the United States bestows a return kiss. Like so.
Even at home, Barry was never like this.
And there you've had Crime and Peter Chambers. Dane Clark starred as Peter Chambers. Crime and Peter Chambers, transcribed, was created and written by Henry Kane. Others in the cast were Bill Zuckert, heard as Lieutenant Parker, Marion Carr as Miss Cragg, and Anita Anton as Louise Dupree. It was directed by Fred Way. This is Fred Collins, inviting you to tune in next week, same time, same station, for Dane Clark in Crime and Peter Chambers.
This is Roger Tuttle inviting you on a 60-second trip into the future. Not way in the future, but just as far ahead as this September. September 14th, to be exact. And that's the day that Lux Radio Theater returns to the air, and you'll enjoy it right here on NBC. Lux Radio Theater has been radio's most popular dramatic show for many years, and no wonder. It brings you an entertainment combination that can't be equaled. You'll hear the brightest stars in Hollywood in one-hour adaptations of the greatest motion pictures of all time. The first Lux Radio Theater presentation, September 14th, is the powerful and moving story Wuthering Heights, starring Merle Oberon.
And that's from 72 years ago, July 27th, 1954, Crime and Peter Chambers on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Coxey. Elliot Lewis-helmed Crime Classics is next.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
Now, Crime and Peter Chambers, going back all the way to July 27th, 1953, 73 years ago, the final day of General Ketchum and how he died.
Good evening. This is Crime Classics. I am Thomas Hyland. I'm going to tell you another true crime story. Listen. The general just fell out of bed. His name? William Scott Ketchum, Major General, United States Army, retired. So that there'll be no mistake, this is the same William Scott Ketchum who led the famed Ketchum's Raiders against the Seminoles in 1842, who was acting Inspector General of the Department of the Missouri, and the one who did such a bang-up job of recruiting in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania during the Civil War. The general is in agony. In protest against the quick ebb of his life, he's kicking the floor. The general is dead. And tonight, my transcribed report to you on the final day of General Ketchum and how he died.
Crime Classics, a series of true crime stories taken from the records and newspapers of every land from every time. Your host each week, Mr. Thomas Hyland, connoisseur of crime, student of violence, and teller of murders. Now, once again, Thomas Hyland.
The year is 1871. The place is Baltimore, Maryland. The month, June. No poet in the world, to my knowledge, has ever written a poem about this month in Baltimore. It is hot, it is humid, and the oysters are not in season. And any almanac will show you that in June 1871, had oysters been in season, with eggs and breadcrumbs, they could have been fried on the sidewalks. For most Baltimoreans, it was the season for dipping hands into tepid scrub water to wash the marble stoops. It was the season for sleeping on back porches and Druid Hill Park, the time of sweat on the hand fan, and the usual quota of elderly stout folk dropping dead from the heat. In short, it was a time to get out of there. In a certain house near Charles Street, a lady was preparing to do just that. Her name? Mrs. Wharton, and she was packing to go to Europe.
Coming. General.
Mrs. Wharton.
How nice. How very pleasant. Do come in, do.
May I present Mrs. Chubb?
Delighted. Oh, do come in, you and the General. I've been cooling myself with iced dandelion wine. Do join me.
I do not imbibe. I work for the United States Department of the Treasury.
Mrs. Chubb needs to keep a clear head at all times.
I used to work for the United States Post Office Department, but now I'm with the Treasury.
My, that's interesting. And you came all the way from Washington with the General. Perhaps your next position will be with the Army.
My dear Mrs. Wharton, I must talk to you.
Of course.
Will you pardon us, Mrs. Chubb?
Is this where you talk to her about the money she owes you?
Mrs. Chubb.
$2,600. Isn't that what you told me, General? Why don't you pay the General his money, Mrs. Wharton?
Mrs. Wharton?
Yes?
As long as the cat is out of the bag, I thought to bring along the note you signed. I understand you're going to Europe.
Get the money, dearie.
Why, I have a distinct recollection, General, of having reimbursed
She's going to tell you she's paid you the money.
Let's not embarrass each other.
But there's really no hurry, is there? There's no train back to Washington for hours. Wouldn't you like some wine?
I do not imbibe.
Just a small glass?
You just sit down and relax. I'll bring you the wine and we'll chat.
You might stop at the cookie jar, too, dearie, for the $2,600.
The heat in Baltimore wasn't bad enough, but what the only breeze was an ill wind that blew in from Washington. From the point of view of Mrs. Wharton, that is. It should be remarked that Mrs. Wharton was no chicken. She was 50 years old and at an age when petty tribulations could easily bring on an attack of the vapors. Now consider. Here she was packing to go to Europe, and if you remember just a moment ago, she was happily singing. Now descends upon her people who ask her for money. Certainly conducive to vapors, if anything was. But Mrs. Wharton, true to the noble tradition of Baltimore women, of whom I might mention the fabulous Eulalie Bracken, the belle of the Rappahannock, did not permit herself the vapors under duress. Instead, she went directly to her wine cabinet. Right here, and for the next 10 minutes, history only serves up to us a vacuum. We do know, however, that when Mrs. Wharton returned to her guests, carrying a goblet of wine for the General, this remark was made.
What took you so long, Mrs. Wharton?
Did you stop at the cookie jar, dearie?
General?
Your health, ladies.
And yours, General.
Oh, my, yes.
General!
What are you doing on the floor, General?
I can't get up, Mrs. Chubb. Please.
What is it, General?
Call a physician. I'm ill.
How's my patient now? Feeling better?
Dr. Chu?
Yes?
You must do something for me.
Anything, General.
Convey to Mrs. Wharton my apologies. Tell her I'm so ashamed of myself for falling down on her rug. And tell Mrs. Chubbs to find a room in town. And Dr. Chu.
Anything, General.
Tell Mrs. Chubb to stay there.
Of course. General.
Yes?
You know what's wrong with you?
What?
Well, I don't know. I thought perhaps you did. I thought perhaps you had a previous diagnosis. I thought perhaps this was a recurring ailment.
I haven't nailed a day in my life, except...
Out with it.
Except when I was in the swamp chasing the Seminoles. Then I was sick most of the time.
Ah.
Yes?
In the swamps. Cholera morbus, and your present symptoms. Sweating, purplishness, weakness, and debility. Cholera morbus recurrent type.
Is that very serious?
Rest easy. I have the very thing in my bag. You're going to feel like a new man as soon as you take this.
Vile-looking stuff.
Why is it that all you army men quail at the sight of medicine? Here. Drink this, General.
Oh, I'm not going to drink it.
General, come on, open.
I don't want to.
General. Yeah. Here's some water. Drink it.
What kind of medicine was that?
Creosote and lime water. How do you feel?
It seems...
Yes?
Suddenly, the foreignness is gone.
Good. Very good.
May I get up now?
Oh, no. You'll be abed until tomorrow at least. I'll have Mrs. Wharton fetch you a prescription which will work wonders. Goodbye, General. Mrs. Wharton.
Coming.
I have a message for Mrs. Chubb. Where is she?
Must I reveal?
Well, I do have a message for her.
She imbibed. She can't stop. She's in the rose garden now. I can't get her out of there. But then...
Tell her to take a room and stay there. General's orders.
And how is the general?
He says his furriness is gone.
Splendid.
I gave him a palliative, a temporary relief.
Is he seriously ill?
He isn't young anymore, you know. There are no small sicknesses when one gets to be his age, and I'm afraid he can't be moved. He'll have to stay here at your house.
But of course, he can stay in my room. I'll use the guest room.
And an errand for you, Mrs. Wharton, to the druggist's. Get some tincture of yellow jasmine and give him a tablespoonful every 2 hours.
Tincture of yellow jasmine every 2 hours.
Goodbye, Mrs. Wharton.
Goodbye, Dr. Chu.
So Mrs. Wharton, dressed prettily, took parasol to hand and strolled down Charles Street. She walked slowly because of the heat and because Charles Street is a fashionable street, and one is apt to meet many of one's friends, and one is apt to stop and pass the time of day.
Why, yes, Mrs. Becker. General Ketchum just fell right over, right there in my parlor.
And she strolled some more. And to Miss Celia Bradshaw, an old friend of hers from picnic days, who she saw waiting on a corner.
You'll never guess, Celia, who's dying in my house. At least I think he's dying. Dr. Chu wouldn't confess it, but I have a premonition. The General's dying. General Ketchum.
And at the druggist's, she took time to down a sherbet. Seltzer water was all the rage in Baltimore in this era, so she had a little of it with a squeeze of lemon. Then she walked over to the druggist and ordered...
Tincture of yellow jasmine, sir. And while you're at it, I'd like some tartar emetic.
I'm in pain. I hurt. Mrs. Wharton, please, hurry. Mrs. Wharton!
Coming. And here we are.
Oh, my stomach.
The doctor said as soon as you drink this, you'll feel no pain.
Please, hurry.
Now here, drink this.
All of it?
Every drop. Come on. Now, General, just a moment ago you were begging for it. Now, every drop, all the way down, the whole glass. General, watch out. You'll fall out of bed. Oh, General, what's the matter? General, you look... Oh, General.
The general was dead. frontiersman, recruiter, quartermaster, dead on the floor. Fini to a military career. And it was then and only then that Mrs. Wharton had the vapors. A few words about Baltimore, Maryland, of the era which concerns us. Even in the 1870s, it was one of the medical centers of the world. It is known as the home of the crab cake. Sidney Lanier, Edgar Allan Poe, Henri de Rochefort, alias the French butcher. And, as is well known, has given its name to a bird, the oriole. It is a city of row houses and marble stoops and beautiful women. If from Baltimore, all the more, one of the rapier wits of the time had it, of the beauty of the city's damoiselles. It is known that in her earlier days, Mrs. Wharton met neatly the qualifications of the adage, and at 50 she was not to be sneezed at. However, at this precise instant, we may safely assume that the lady presented an appearance somewhat less than comely. For a general had just tumbled out of her bed and died. Fright, horror, dismay. But a few of the things this gentle lady must have experienced, and how nice could a gentle lady look under such circumstances? She was leaning against a bedpost, pressing her temples. From the front door.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Wharton.
Oh, Mr. Van Ness, quickly, come in.
You look so pale.
Look in my bedroom.
What?
Look in my bedroom.
Did you lose something or what?
Please, do as I tell you.
All right. Oh. He looks terrible, Mrs. Wharton.
He's dead.
He can't be.
Please don't be stupid, Mr. Van Ness. He's dead. He was ill, and he died.
But when I saw the general this morning, he looked so robust.
You saw him this morning? Why?
He came to check your accounts with me.
Oh?
As your solicitor, I was only too happy to discuss them with him. Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what, Mr. Van Ness?
That you were in the general's debt to the tune of $2,600.
I paid him back immediately.
Do you have the note you signed? Did he return it to you when you paid him?
Why do you ask?
He showed me a note this morning. He said he wanted his money. I knew nothing about it, so he said he would see you.
He saw me. He tore up the note.
Tore it up? Why? Did you pay him?
No. He tore it up as a sailing gift to me, to see me happily on my way to Europe.
Do you have any witnesses of the transaction?
No.
That is not good. Mrs. Wharton.
Yes?
There was a lady with the general this morning.
Come to the window, Mr. Van Ness. See? There.
Where?
There, under the Empress Eugenie rose bush.
Why, it's Mrs. Chubb.
She imbibed.
Well, she told me she never did. She said she was employed by the United States.
As my solicitor, you must tell me. What shall be done now?
I must tell you that I will have to report this of the $2,600.
Of course you do. And you must be very distressed, Mr. Van Ness.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Do sit down. I'll fetch you something to drink.
All right.
I'll only be a moment. Oh, here, drink this, Mr. Van Ness. Your favorite.
Thank you.
am happy to report to you that Mr. Van Ness regained consciousness an hour later. He rose to his feet and looked about him. He was quite alone. Through a window, he could see the setting sun. He could also see Mrs. Wharton's rose garden, and in it, Mrs. Wharton, her arms about the waist of Mrs. Chubb of the United States Department of the Treasury. And the two ladies were walking about the rose bushes. Whenever Mrs. Chubb would stumble, Mrs. Wharton would dab at her face with a handkerchief and assist her to her feet. Mr. Van Ness let his gaze drift from the bucolic scene and went immediately into the boudoir, where was the corpse of General Ketchum. Mr. Van Ness determined that promissory note which he had seen earlier that day was not upon the general's person, so he took himself to the police and to them made charges, and the charges, murder.
But I murdered no one. The general took ill at my house, as Dr. Chu.
The general was sick, all right. I diagnosed it as cholera morbus recurrent type. The general having been sickly in the Everglades.
So you see, I didn't murder the general. Why should I?
Because you owed him $2,600.
He tore up the note as a gift.
You were with him alone when he was dead. You could have destroyed the note yourself.
And you call yourself a gentleman.
And you call yourself a lady.
I am a lady. I work for the United
Of course.
She drank of the same wine that did the general. And you too, Mr. Van Ness. You got tipsy, and all that happened to her was a few scratches, thorns, Empress Eugenie Rosebush thorns.
Well, I don't know what came over me.
Oh, there, dear, there.
You're so sweet, Mrs. Wharton.
When you're in Baltimore, my house is your house.
Murderess.
However, Mrs. Wharton was charged with suspicion of murder, and immediately a more detailed statement was taken from Dr. Chu.
Cholera morbus recurrent type. More? Oh, when I was first called to attend General Ketchum, I found the sick man in a semi-comatose state. The pupils of the eye were of a natural size, but almost wholly insensible to light. When I prepared the dose of medicine, I found the general's teeth so clenched that it was a matter of considerable difficulty and adroit convincing to put it in his mouth. His furriness, gentlemen, the haziness of manner vanished almost immediately. I gave then Mrs. Wharton a prescription calling for tincture of yellow jasmine.
And the druggist was questioned.
Oh, yes, I remember vividly the occasion. Mrs. Wharton entered my store, had a sherbet, some seltzer water over a dash of lemon for heat, tincture of yellow jasmine, and tartar emetic.
A word about tartar emetic. It is a deadly poison.
I use it externally for wrinkles.
As did many ladies of the time. Next came the autopsy. The general's stomach was removed and examined. Two of the greatest internalists of the day, Dr. Williams and Dr. Aiken of the Maryland University, could not agree as to the causes of death by a superficial examination, so it was sent to a chemical laboratory at the Johns Hopkins University. And upon the analysis depended the fate of a lady who just wanted to go to Europe.
Of course, the flagellation wasn't complete, but that's the way it happened. All right, hand it to me. I'll put it through the filter. Filtrate. Thank you. I'll wager Dr. Imhoff was astounded, wasn't he? He thought he discovered something. He was prepared to call it the Imhoff effect. Attach this to the hydrogen sulfide, will you? You know what? What? This is the closest I've ever been to a general. His stomach in an Erlenmeyer flask. I did a prima donna once, poisoned by a jealous mother. Arsenic she used. You should have seen the titration on that one. Precipitated. I'll get it. Here. You separate. I say no poison. I say poison for $1. How do we stand now? You owe me 3 from the last 2 analyses. Hand me the muriatic acid. Thank you. Ammonium sulfide? Oh, my. Orange red, Joe. Tartar emetic in the stomach, wouldn't you say? Tartar emetic? Chalk gives the same reaction. Plain, everyday chalk. That's the way my report is going to read. chalk in the general's stomach.
So they gave their report to the city solicitor's office, each different. One tartaremetic, the other chalk, which confused the city solicitor no end, for not 1 hour before he had read a report from another chemist, Professor R.S. McCullough. Professor McCullough, having examined a like portion of the general's stomach, averred that not a trace of tartaremetic was to be found, nor chalk, but a bit of chicken Maryland. Confusion. The while, Mrs. Wharton, detained in prison, had a visitor.
I baked these myself, dear Mrs. Wharton.
Dear Mrs. Chubb.
They're wrong about you, what they're saying.
What are they saying?
That you poisoned him. And others are saying that you would not, that you're too much of a gentle lady.
Do you remember, dear Mrs. Chubb, when you came to my house, you drank from the same bottle as did the general?
Did I?
Of course you did. Remember?
Wasn't it from another bottle I drank? And at a different time?
You are a tease, Mrs. Chubb.
Did I tell you there was no Mr. Chubb?
I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
3 years ago, he ate a bad crab.
And you are alone, as I am.
Oh, I dislike Washington.
When we return from Europe, you'll come to live with me.
Dear Mrs. Wharton, and I have something else to tell you. Professor McCullough examined the general's stomach. The professor said the general had not been poisoned.
La 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 la
What transpired next, I have in a journal of the day. It is headlined with Doctors Disagree, Learned Men of Science at Variance, Several Schools of Thought. I quote, Dr. Reese, when interviewed, stated that General Ketchum died from cerebral spinal meningitis. On the other hand, Dr. Edward Warren stated that the general had not died from cerebral spinal meningitis. Dr. John R. McClurg attested that the general died of apoplexy from congestion. Dr. Abram Claude clings to the school of tartaremetic poisoning. And Dr. Josiah Simpson, Dean of Baltimore Physicians, has made this statement. I believe the general died from natural causes. On December 4, 1871, the case went to trial. And possibly because of the conflicting testimony, Mrs. Wharton was acquitted. And thus it is that the true cause of the general's death is not known. Nor does history record whether Mrs. Wharton and her dear friend Mrs. Chubb ever got to Europe. But Mrs. Wharton's home, her abode wherein the general died, still stands. I expect you think I'll tell you that today the house is haunted. Well, it is, but not by the general. By Claude Forrester, who was the victim of an unsolved axe murder some 20 years later. The general has been forgotten. Until, I hope, tonight.
General Ketchum, tonight's crime classic, was adapted from the original court reports and newspaper accounts by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. The music was composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann, and the program was transcribed and directed by Elliott Lewis. Thomas Hyland is portrayed on radio by Lou Merrill. In tonight's story, Paula Winslow was heard as Mrs. Wharton and Russell Simpson as the General. Featured in the cast were Herb Butterfield, Bill Bissell, Sarah Selby, Hy Averback, and David Young. George Walsh speaking.
An Unsolved Crime on Crime Classic, 73 years ago, July 27th, 1953, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up tomorrow, Parley Bear stars in Second Class Passenger, an episode of Escape. Gerald Moore as Philip Marlowe, the story of the Glass Monkey. The Marriage Bureau murders examined in Did Justice Triumph? Jack Webb and Dragnet, and The Big Missing. On Wednesday, Raymond Burr in Fort Laramie, an episode of Gunsmoke, Tales of the Texas Rangers, and Suspense, Agnes Moorehead in The Yellow Wallpaper. On Thursday, I Was a Communist for the FBI. We will have Boston Blackie, Jeff Regan Investigator, Frank Graham and Frank Nelson, and we will also have an episode of The Man Called X. That stars Herbert Marshall. On Friday, we will have another episode of Gunsmoke. We will also have Gun Will Travel and yours truly, Johnny Dollar. All three of those shows from 1960. And Frontier Town from 1953. On Saturday, the Chase and Sanborn Hour. The story of, we'll have also A Date with Judy and Romance. On Sunday, Dangerous Assignment, Confession, Gunsmoke, and Have Gun Will Travel. And on Monday, one of my favorites, an episode of the CBS Radio Workshop, Subways Are for Sleeping, starring Byron Kane, a man who is homeless by choice. He adopts the life of a homeless man, but not like you experience today, because if you saw the gentleman, you would never guess he was homeless. You never would. He doesn't looks like anybody else on the streets of New York City. Also, John Daner in Frontier Gentleman, William Gargan as Barry Craig Confidential Investigator, and another episode of Somebody Knows. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up next, the FBI in Peace and War.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
Now we'll hear an episode of the FBI in Peace and War from 71 years ago, July 27th, 1955. The Star Performance.
The FBI in Peace and War. Another great story based on Frederick L. Collins' copyrighted book, The FBI in Peace and War. Drama, thrills, action. Tonight's story, Star Performance.
Well, how do you like it?
I like it.
I thought you might. Fancy enough for you?
Enough. Hey, it's quite a shindig in there.
Going away party for Mr. Colby. Sorry I can't ask you in.
I'll ask myself in at the proper time.
You think you have it all straight, Mitch?
Yeah, I think.
Perhaps you better go over it just once more while the place is all lighted.
I said I got it, Paula.
So you did. Very well. I just wouldn't care to have the unexpected spoil shall I say, sweet situation.
Nothing's gonna spoil nothing. Got it down ice cold. Park at the gate back there, walk up the driveway, open the delivery with the key you gave me. Go in through the kitchen, through the dining, to the big stairs. Take care of anybody there.
No one will be there, Mitch. All the servants will be out except me.
Okay, honey, so I'll take care of you.
Mitch, I thought I'd made myself clear. This arrangement between us
Strictly
is...
business, I know.
Oh, I hope you know.
Up the big stairs, down the right wing, third door on the left. I don't bother to knock.
Oh, I guess you've got it all right.
Ice cold. What time do I pull the routine?
Well, now, let's see. He's invited for 7:30. Mrs. Colby should be dressing at least a full hour before that.
You really figure this for over 50 G's?
Well over.
She's taking her star sapphire out of the vault. and
Star sapphire, huh?
And her black pearls, and the ruby pendant,
Okay, over 50. Paula.
Yes?
You're taking an awful chance, aren't you? If the Colby doll ever found out it was her own personal secretary, dreamed up this caper.
How could she find out?
I don't know. The police?
How could the police find out?
What?
Oh, Mitch, you're so naive. The jewels Mrs. Colby will be wearing tomorrow night were not given to her by hubby. Fond as she is of them, I scarcely think she'll want their loss aired.
In English, that means...
The theft won't be reported to the police.
Oh, fool.
Nice,
Very. One thing you learn out on parole, what the cops don't know won't hurt them. Hey, Paula.
Yes?
You ever been an actress?
I've been everything, Mitch.
Okay. When I throw open that dressing room door, let's see you act real surprised.
Don't worry. When you come in that door and say, this is a stick-up, I can guarantee I'll give a star performance.
In the files of your FBI, we have the following facts on Paula Duquesne, one of the most elusive criminals on record. Paula was born in San Francisco and at 14 signed with a nightclub package as a dancer, drifting to Hollywood, where she made an unsuccessful attempt to get into pictures. While in Hollywood, she earned her living as a professional dancing escort, specializing in rich and amorous men. This specialty included blackmail and earned Paula a term in California State Prison where she was taught secretarial work. Unreleased, she lied her way into one lucrative job after another and met Mitchell Braille, himself recently out of jail on parole. Mitch and Paula teamed up in a robbery scheme that ideally suited each of their peculiar talents.
Mrs. Colby? Mrs. Colby?
Yes, Paula?
Tub's ready for you. Nice and hot. And I poured in the Cuban sauce that Mr. Colby just can't stand.
Thank you, dear. You're an angel.
I'm a devil. But I figured long as Mr. Denham likes Cuban bath salts. Oh, my, they're beautiful.
They are, aren't they? I just thought I'd try them on.
Absolutely beautiful. I always thought white pearls were stunning, but those...
I felt the same when Mr. Denham gave them to me. It's such a shame keeping them in the vault all year long.
Yes, but I don't imagine Mr. Colby would appreciate them as much as we do.
I don't imagine he would. Oh, Paul, I'm awful, aren't I?
What?
Seeing Mr. Denham the moment my husband leaves town.
Oh, I don't know. I think Mr. Denham's most charming.
I'm serious.
So am I. No one has the right to judge someone else's morals, Mrs. Colby. What you do is your business. And you're not awful. You're the nicest employer anyone ever had.
You are an angel. Really, Paula, I don't know what I'd ever do without you. What time is it, anyway?
Time for your bath. Nice and lukewarm now.
All right, I'm going. Why don't you run along and finish up those letters in the morning?
Well, I thought I'd wait until Mr. Denham arrives.
Oh, well, maybe you better.
I can fix him a drink until you come down.
Thank you, Paula. That's good of you. Lukewarm? This water's scalding.
It's good for your complexion.
If it doesn't skin me alive.
All right, I'll come in and...
You'll come in and what? Paula, you'll come in and what?
Go on, answer.
I can't. I'm too frightened.
Paula!
You come in and find out, lady.
What?
Mrs. Colby,
What's that? I thought I heard a man.
You heard right, lady. Now stand over there next to her and don't make a move or open up your face. This is a stick-up.
Back to star performance in just a moment.
What does the code of conduct mean to the American military man or woman? To Captain Maud Davison, chief of the Army Nurse Corps in the Philippines during World War II, it meant duty beyond personal safety. When Bataan was attacked, Captain Davison was given the chance to escape, but she chose to stay with her nurses and was later imprisoned with them at Santo Tomas. She remained a prisoner for 3 years, and during all that time, she fought a never-ending battle for medical supplies and proper treatment for the American prisoners of war. It was because of her help that her fellow prisoners gave her the title of Angel of Bataan. That's what the code meant to Captain Maud Davison. Duty beyond personal safety.
Act Two of tonight's story on the FBI in Peace and War. Star performance.
Hiya, Bert.
Hey, Goldie. What'll it be, beer?
Nothing yet. Say, Bert, I got a message. Mitch wants to see me. Is he here?
Over there in a booth. Last one on the right.
Okay. Send over 2 specials, huh? This is a celebration. Hello, Mitch.
Oh, Goldie, what blew you in?
Huh? Mitch, I got a message.
Okay, I know. I was just kidding. Come on, sit down. You glad to see me?
I'm always glad to see you, Mitch. You know that.
Sure I do. All the girls are glad. Guess I'm a pretty handsome fella.
I think so. Why do you want to see me, Mitch?
Gotta be a why.
Well,
Fella likes a girl. It's wrong he wants to see her.
no, of course not.
It's wrong he has a prize for her. Something she can wear.
What?
Hold out your hand, honey.
Oh, don't, Mitch. I don't like playing games.
Come on, hold out your hand.
Hey, this is one of those electric shock gimmicks.
There you are, Goldie. That looks like an electric shock gimmick.
Mitch.
Nice, huh?
Nice. It's the prettiest bracelet I ever saw.
Rubies, diamonds, not one stone under 3 carats. And all for you.
For me? I can't believe it, Mitch. What happened?
Remember that deal I was working on with Paula Duquesne?
You didn't...
Sure, a half hour ago. It was simple as taking candy from a bunch of kids.
The bracelet?
What do you think? I bought it out of that small change they hand me at the filling station? Sure, the bracelet. Also these pearls, and these earrings, this necklace, and this, and these, and these. Yeah, these.
Oh, Mitch.
What's the matter? Not enough?
I really thought you meant the bracelet for me.
I do mean it for you. Bracelet, necklace, the works. Every item here for you. To get rid of through Herbie.
Mitch.
You can get rid of her for me, can't you?
She's no good to you, Mitch. Paula's not your kind.
I didn't ask your advice. Just tell me. You get rid of the stuff.
She won't give you a tumble, I know. She'll only use you until...
I said I didn't ask you.
Okay. I can get rid of the stuff, Mitch. I always have, haven't I?
Okay. Now, none of it's hot. Herbie should give you a good price.
Mitch.
Yeah?
You were careful? No one recognized you?
No one to recognize.
Oh, I'd hate to see you get sent back, Mitch. That parole
Those
board...
do-gooders. I soft soap them once a week with how much I like selling gas, and they practically kiss me. Come on, give me that old smile, Goldie. I'm dealing this one from the bottom of the deck. How can I lose?
Mitchell Braille,
Here.
the parole officer's ready for you now. That door right there.
All right, Mitch. I guess that's all for today.
That's all, sir?
That's all. Come on, I'll walk you to the door. You know, I'm pleased the way you're making out there at the filling station. Your boss tells us you could handle the whole place yourself.
Well, I try hard, sir. I like going straight. I like the way you've treated me. I wouldn't want to let you down. Well...
Goodbye, Mitch. See you this time next week.
Oh, I'll be here. Bye, Mr. Williams.
All right, gentlemen.
Sorry, we couldn't hear too much over the squawk box.
I know. I've been meaning to have that thing fixed. Sit down, won't you?
Thanks.
Well, I confess I'm licked on Mitch Braille.
Bad as all that?
I'm afraid so. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered you people with this thing.
Well, in a way, Mitch Brayo is our business as well as yours, Mr. Williams.
I'm worried about him. I really wish he'd go straight.
You think he isn't?
Well, it's hard to say. That's why I asked you to drop in this morning. You know Mitch fairly well. I'd like your opinion after you hear the facts.
Go ahead.
Now, let's see. About a week ago, a paid informer for the police department reported that Mitch was spending money very freely, apparently on some woman. The informer claims that Mitch paid cash for an expensive fur coat.
He makes $60 a week at the filling station, right?
65. Now, of course, we've been watching him carefully, but nothing more has turned up. He works steadily at the filling station and spends very little on himself.
I see.
Gentlemen, what about that money from that bank? Could he have hidden any of that away and be spending it now?
Well, it's possible, but almost all of the stolen money was recovered.
Well, the police tells me that this informer is quite reliable. Mitch is getting money someplace. And I thought you people ought to know.
We certainly should. Mitch Brayo and big money add up to trouble. If he's back at his old trade.
Oh, I hope not. I really do. It's hard to believe that any man can lie to your face like that. He really convinced me that he wants to go straight.
It's hard to tell with a man like Brayo. He may mean it, he may not.
Well, what would you do, Mr. Stevens?
First, I'd like to check with the Bureau and see if we can get approval.
And if you do?
Well, if we do, Mr. Williams, maybe we'll find out whether or not Mitch really wants to go straight and just where he's getting all that money.
Okay, miss, I'll take this perfume here. Wrap up the biggest bottle you got.
Memorandum of Stevens. Followed subject to Mace's department store. Checked with sales girl. Subject bought cosmetics and perfume valued at over $500.
Hello?
That you, Paula?
Mitch, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me here.
Well, I just wanted to see that the perfume arrived.
It arrived. Thanks for small favors.
Small. You know what that junk cost me?
Mitch, I can't talk to you.
Wait a minute. How about seeing me tonight?
You know the answer to that.
But, Paula.
I'm hanging up, Mitch. I can't talk to you now.
Oh, listen. Paula.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You look ready to burst wide open. Better sit down.
She hung up on me.
She?
Paula.
Oh. Mitch.
How do you like that? Hung up on me.
I don't like it. Mitch, why keep on asking for it? Forget it.
I can't.
She's not your kind, I told you.
I know you told me. So I'm telling you, she's anybody's kind. As long as they got the right price tag.
Oh, you're crazy, Mitch. You spent all your money.
So I get more, a lot more. I'm going to get that Paula. You see if I don't.
Where'll you get more money, Mitch?
You can't figure where?
No.
Well, I can. 5 letters that spell Colby. That's where.
What?
I only snatched the stuff her boyfriend gave her. The dollar's jewel heavy, believe me. Don't give me no stories.
But Paula'd never agreed to anything crazy
Who's
like that.
talking what Paula would agree? All I gotta do is find out when the Colby doll is dressing up for extracurricular. I already have the layout and the key.
Mitch.
I'll show Miss High and Mighty who she's dusting off. I'll show her.
Please, Mitch, don't. I won't let you throw yourself away on her.
Let go me, Goldie.
I won't, Mitch. I won't let you.
I said let go.
Mitch, don't do it.
I'll show her, Goldie. You see if I don't. Star performance, huh? She hasn't seen anything yet. I guarantee it.
Back to Star Performance in just a moment.
Friends, this is Jimmy Wallington. You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? He was born in 1767 and began his military career at the age of 13. His distinguished victories included campaigns against the Creek and Seminole tribes during the Indian Wars and the Battle of New Orleans against the British in 1815. In his political life, this man served as United States Senator and as governor of the Florida Territory. In his first campaign for the presidency, he was unsuccessful. But in 1828, he won the election and served for 2 terms. Well, you should have his name by now, but in case you don't, here's one important clue. He brought new attention to national politics during the first year of his administration by discharging nearly 700 office holders, as against only 74 removals by all the preceding presidents. Yes, he was Andrew Jackson, 7th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
Act 3 of tonight's story on the FBI in Peace and War. Star Performance.
Yes, Mrs. Colby.
Will you fasten this for me, darling?
Of course.
Not as unusual as black pearls, but diamonds are still diamonds. How do they look,
They look just fine. I'll take them off and hand over the rest of the stuff. Like I said before, this is a stick-up.
Yeah, lady? What'll it be?
Nothing just yet, Bert. I think the lady's come to see me. Well, Paula, been sort of expecting you.
Expecting me? You stupid moron.
Hey, easy on the language, honey. This is a high-class establishment. We could get tossed out. Come on over here to the booth. We can be nice and alone. So you decided to see me after all, huh, Paula?
Mitch, so help me.
Take it easy. Blood pressure. You know, I figured you'd come around to my way of thinking sooner or later. I like 'em to play hard to get. I figured...
Never mind what you figured. What was the idea of that idiotic stunt tonight?
Want a drink, Paula? Right?
I asked you.
Yeah, I heard. I just finish up this beer.
You'll finish up nothing.
That wasn't very nice, honey. I told you this is a high-class establishment.
What was the idea of that, Mitch?
Well, I'll tell you. I needed some quick cash. I got a hard-to-get girl likes real expensive things. Think that was a good way of getting it, don't you?
I think you've got exactly 30 seconds to hand over every single thing you took.
You want your cut, huh? That's more like my old Paula.
I don't want any cut, Mitch.
What?
You heard me. I want every single thing. And if you won't hand them over, I'll...
You, beat it out of me?
If you won't, I'll hand you over to the police.
Huh? You're really something, you know that? I bet you do it at that.
Just try me.
Maybe I will.
You've got 30 seconds. Hand the stuff over, or I hand you over. Which will it be?
Well, I'll tell you, honey.
Oh, Mitch.
Yeah, Bert?
Called for you in the booth.
For me? Thanks. Can you wait the 30 seconds while I take the call?
Just don't try to be smart, Mitch. That's all.
I don't have to. Brains come by me natural. What do you stuff a drink on me? Mitch Brayo speaking.
Mitch, this is me, Goldie.
I'm busy, Goldie.
Mitch, listen. I'm sorry I did it. I just out of my head.
What? What are you talking about?
I couldn't take it any longer. You making a fool of yourself over it. I figured I'd rather see you back in the pen.
Back in a pen? What are you talking about? What'd you do?
I was out of my head, Mitch. I'm sorry.
Goldie, what did you do?
I told the cops about the Colby job.
You did what?
I told them all about the job, all about you and Paula. I said they'd find you at Bird's place with the stuff. They're waiting outside in their car for you to come out. Mitch, can you ever forgive me, Mitch? Can you?
Well, Mitch?
Huh?
Which'll it be? Do I get the jewels, or do you get the police?
Oh. One or the other, huh?
That's right.
Okay. Okay, Paula, you win. You get the jewels.
What?
Here they are, all in this handkerchief. You have me coming and going. Guy out on parole hasn't much chance. Go on, put them in your purse.
Well, you're smarter than I gave you credit for, Mitch.
Didn't give me much choice. Come on, I'll walk you back to the bar.
You'll walk me nowhere. I don't want to see or ever hear from you again. As far as I'm concerned, we never met.
Huh? Have it your way. We never met.
Well, just remember it, that's all.
Don't worry. Bert, let's have a double, huh?
Sure thing.
Going somewhere, lady?
Better pour one for her, too. I got an idea she'll be back.
Yeah?
Practically guarantee it.
Okay, you're buying.
Let go of me. Let go.
Take it easy, lady.
Let me get my hands on him. That's all. So help me, I'll kill him.
Take it easy.
You louse, Mitch. You knew they were outside. You knew it.
We'll do the talking, thanks. Mister, this lady says she got these jewels from you. She says you stole them. She was only returning them. That right?
Jewel stole them? She got them from me?
That's what she says.
Oh, must be Bughouse, pal. Never saw this woman before in my life.
You dirty, stinking liar. Tell them the truth. Tell them. Go on, tell them.
Oh, I'm sorry, lady. I'd like to help you, but the truth is, we never met. I never saw you before in my life.
spite of all protest to the contrary, Mitchell Brayo was linked to the Colby robberies through the positive identification of Mrs. Colby herself. He and Paula Duquesne were indicted, brought to trial, and convicted. Brayo adding 6 more years to his previous term, and Paula Duquesne going to women's prison, where she'll have 4 long years to regret her star performance.
'Tonight's story, Kathleen Cordell played the part of Paula Duquesne. Ken Lynch was Mitchell Brayo. This radio dramatization for the FBI in Peace and War was written by Jack Anson Fink. These programs are produced and directed by Betty Mandeville. All names and characters used on the program are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. This program is based upon Frederick L. Collins' copyrighted book, The FBI in Peace and War, and the broadcast does not imply endorsement, authorization, or approval by the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
"71 years ago, July 27th, 1955, the FBI in Peace and War on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We're going to go to the CBS Radio Workshop next, and it's the story of Starboy.
This is Debbie Reynolds. If you've been wondering what you can do to fight communism personally from your own home, there is something you can do. Support Radio Free Europe, the station built and financed by the contributions of the American public to the crusade for freedom. Radio Free Europe is one Cold War operation the communists fear and attack constantly. Support Radio Free Europe. Send your truth dollars to Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
Now the CBS Radio Workshop production of Starboy. This goes back 70 years to July 27th, 1956.
The CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind. Tonight, Starboy, the legend of the 2 morning stars, as the tale is told by the medicine men of the great Blackfoot Indian nation. It is an ancient story of love, symbolizing the fact that in the clear morning skies of our western prairies, the planet we call Jupiter sometimes appears near the morning star like a smaller double or a sun.
There are 2 bright stars which sometimes rise together in our morning skies just before the great sun begins his daily journey to the land of the endless waters. One is the morning star. The other is Starboy, the morning star's son, who once was known as Poia, or Scarface. I, Natosin, keeper of the medicine of the great sun god, will tell you the story of these 2 stars, and of the Blackfoot, that is Siksika woman, who was wife to one and mother to the other. And I will tell you of Swatsaki's sad fate, and of how Poia, the fruit of her love for the morning star, finally joined his father in the skies and became a star himself. It was long ago, when the people of the Siksika still used dogs instead of horses to draw their burdens, and long before the white man came. It was in those days, one night in the gentle spring, that our people were camped near the mountains, and 2 young maidens were sleeping in the fresh grass outside their teepee, breathing the clean air, dreaming of their lovers to come. One of them was Soatsaki, the feather girl, the other her younger sister, who was called Annatoki. And just when the dark of night began to take refuge behind the rim of the buttes, Soatsaki opened her eyes and gazed at the morning star who was just then rising over the prairie.
Anatoki, wake up. What? Morning star. Isn't he beautiful? He is beautiful. So beautiful. How wise he must be. Anatoki?
No, you're asleep, of course. There have been so many young men in the village who have wanted to marry me. But unless one comes along as beautiful as the morning star, I
And Soatsaki went back to sleep, but in her sleep the morning star looked at her fondly.
Soatsaki of the Siksika. You are indeed beautiful.
Who are you?
Do not waken. I heard your dreams.
Is it really you?
It is, Feather Girl, the morning star. I have watched over you from above and wished you could be mine.
My morning star. My love.
And Soatsaki awoke from her slumber with the golden flecks of the prairie sunflower in her eyes. And all that day and the days that followed, she smiled and sang to herself like the meadowlark as she fetched the wood and the water and scraped the buffalo hides to make winter robes for her family. But when the leaves began to fall from the sycamores, the people saw that Soatsaki was with child, and they taunted her.
Hey, Feather Girl, aren't you eating too much? Or is it something else? Whatever it is.
I hear you are going to be a mother soon, Soatsaki.
Where is your husband, dearie? Fighting the Cheyennes, I suppose.
He is fighting braver enemies than that, I am sure.
Soatsaki knew that she was pure, but she remembered the dream she had had in the spring and knew that she now was the wife of the morning star. There was a great happiness in her, even while she shrank from the prying questions of the other women of the clan. And then, one day, Soatsaki returned with water from a spring in the valley and found a young man blocking her path back to the camp. Soatsaki modestly turned her face away.
Step aside, stranger, and let me pass.
But I am not a stranger. You do not recognize me, reflection of my light?
You are tall and straight. Your hair is long and glossy. You smell of the sacred sweet grass and of the pines that top our mountains. And a light shines from your eyes. I know you truly, but tell me yourself.
You need to ask that of your husband. Your lover, the morning star? Do you not remember that night in the month of the flowers when you slept on the dewy ground outside your family teepee and dreamed of your love for me?
I do indeed. I do remember. I do.
I fell in love with you that night, and I have now come to ask you to accompany me to the sky. We shall live in my family's great lodge with my father, the sun, my mother, the moon, and you will be happy. Never again will you hear idle slander.
All my life I have dreamed of this. It is happening, isn't it?
Will you come with me?
I shall have to say goodbye to my parents.
There's no time for that. If you come, it must be now.
I should not leave my parents without a farewell. They have been good to me. But then, you are my husband, aren't you?
I am your husband and the father of our child-to-be. You will come, I put this yellow feather into your hair, and this juniper branch into your right hand, and in your left hand you will hold this spider thread. Now close your eyes.
When Soatsaki opened her eyes again, she was in the sky at the lodge of the sun and the moon, who are the parents of Morningstar. The sun god was already gone on his long daily journey across the lands of the earth, but Morningstar's mother, the moon, had just returned from a night-long pilgrimage. She had followed her husband's daytime route, granting pleasures where the sun had neglected them, especially to the smaller animals and to the young lovers.
This mother is Soatsaki, the feather girl. I saw her on the earth one night in the time of the bursting buds. She is my wife, and she will soon have a child.
My lodge is yours, feather girl, and my husband will rejoice as I do that you are bringing us a grandchild.
I thank you, moon goddess.
I am now your mother. Under the laws of the sun, it is not proper for your own mother to visit you, nor even to speak to your husband. So I shall have to act as your mother now.
Thank you, Moon Mother.
Come inside with me, feather girl. I will show you a soft buckskin dress, which I worked on for many seasons, against the day when Morningstar would bring home a wife. It is as soft as a cloud and has colored stitching around the neck and porcupine.
The sun, the chief of all living things, returned to his lodge that evening, and he also welcomed the feather girl. And as time went on, Soatsaki became a true daughter to the sun and the moon, and the moon goddess gave her new daughter many gifts, including bracelets made of elk's teeth, cleverly joined.
I give you these because you have made Morningstar happy, and so have made my husband, the sun, and me happy, too. And this is a magic digger for lifting roots. But there are secrets about this digger.
Secrets?
The digger can be used only by a pure woman.
Pure I am. What other secrets are there?
There is one plan.
Feather girl! Yai! I'm home!
In here!
Feather girl, Your son's respect to you, Mother. And to you, Soatsaki, you mother-to-be. It is a great happiness to come home to you. How is...
Everybody is fine, you fool. Your heavenly majesty. Excuse us, Mother.
There is no need. I am leaving.
I'm sorry, Mother, but men can be so ignorant about life. I thought the gods at least would know how long it takes to bear them a son.
They do not. Goodbye.
How can you be so sure that it will be a son?
Oh, I know. Look what your mother gave me.
The root digger. Did she also warn you?
Warn me about what?
That digger is magic. It will lift from the ground any root in the sky, except one.
One?
The large sacred turnip which covers the hole through which the North Star, the star that stays put as your people call it, shines down to the earth at night. This hole is our window through which we can look down upon your land and your people. It is the hole through which I first saw you, Soatsaki.
Yes, but the turnip.
The gods use this magic root to close the hole during the day. Do not ever try to lift it.
No, I won't. Do you know that as a husband you are very odd? You are so wise. You teach me so much. And yet you run off each morning for no other reason than to tell the world that your father, the sun, will soon appear in my people's sky.
Your people's sky?
Yes, of course. Oh, I know the sky belongs to the gods, but we live beneath it.
You, wife, no longer live there.
Well, not now, but even the gods cannot foretell the future.
Feather girl, are you unhappy here with me?
With you? No. I love you, my shining star. Still, this lodge...
The lodge? What is wrong with it?
Nothing, only it is your mother's lodge, not mine.
Does that matter?
No, not at all.
Are we not all happy here together?
Oh, yes, indeed. 3 gods and a woman of the earth, a Sixica woman. Now I want to go out and try my magic root digger. You rest, my shining star. Everything here seems to be magical.
In the proper number of passages of the sun god, of course, the feather girl's child was born. It was a boy, just as Soatsaki had predicted. He was a straight, strong, and handsome boy. His skin was that of his mother, and his hair had the same soft texture as hers. But the sparkle in his large, shining eyes was that of his father, the morning star. The boy was perfect in all respects, except one. He had a mysterious scar on his face, and as he grew older, the scar grew larger, and so he was called Poia, which means Scarface. While Poia was still in his swaddling basket, his mother went out with him nearly every day. Out in the meadows, she would take Poia from her back and put him on the ground, while she used her magic digger to gather roots for the cooking pot. There were turnips and parsnips and rutabagas, and the feather girl collected them all, but she always avoided the biggest one, the one which the gods had forbidden her to touch, the giant root which closes the hole in the sky. But as the moons turned into seasons and the seasons into years, Soatsaki knew that there was a great pain in her heart, and that it was a pain which would grow stronger each day. It was a longing for the green earth, a longing for her own kind, the Siksika, and their way of living, and perhaps most of all, a longing for life itself. For the gods are immortal, and it is not easy for a man or a woman of our world to live with the immortals. And so there came a day.
Oh, I am so tired, I don't know. You indecent parsnip, you monster turnip, you monument to the gods' arrogance. Have you no feelings? No, of course not. And you magic digger, you aren't any help to me either. Oh, you grandfather of all roots, why don't you move? It's no use, the morning star warned me. I do so long to see. Oh, you cranes, you birds of the gods. Yes, you sacred birds. Can you not help a poor woman? Can you not help me? You wise-looking birds. You travel each spring to your nesting grounds in the north and then fly home again for the rest of the year. Can you not see I am like one of you? Help me, please. Thank you, wise ones. I think you've seen into my heart. I am a goddess, you know. At least I'm supposed to be. My husband is the morning star, and I live with him and the sun and the moon in that great lodge over that hill. But I am a woman of the earth. I am of the Siksika tribe, and I must see the prairies upon which my people live and die, or else I shall die myself. Will you not help me, Paul? What's the matter with you? What? Oh, I see you're invoking the gods. Well, I understand that, at least, but I don't know that it will do any good. This root digger is supposed to be magical, but I can't say that it's been much help.
The two cranes who had remained with Soatsaki strutted through a dance, nodding and trumpeting, then took their places on opposite sides of the sacred turnip. And the male took hold of the leaves with his beak and began to pull back and forth until he had loosened it in its hole. And after that, when the two cranes and the feather girl pulled together, the root came out of the ground without a struggle, and left a hole through which Soatsaki could see the earth again for the first time in years. Our people and Soatsaki's were just then making ready for the wolf dance, and there was much singing and praying and laughter, too. And Soatsaki was sad and homesick for her people. She sat for a long time and watched the familiar scenes.
Children are playing. The women are tanning buffalo hides and gathering berries. And there are the girls fetching water. And oh, look at the rows of young men along the path. Oh, the insults are flying fast, I know, just as in my time.
And Soatsaki longed for the life she had once known. When she returned to the lodge of the sun god, the morning star and his mother, the moon, saw right away that something important had happened to her. It was the morning star who guessed the secret.
You look unhappy, daughter.
I know. Yes, I know. You've dug up the sacred root.
I did, to my shame.
And to all our sorrow.
I warned you not to do it. I knew it would cause great unhappiness.
I love my son, Feather Girl, and I wish to protect him. And I love you, too. But most of all, I love my grandson, Poia. I do not wish to lose him.
It is true, you warned me, and I opened the hole anyway. But I longed for my home, for the bustle of daily life in my village, for the yelps of dogs and the shouts of small boys, and for the friendliness of many people around me. I am not really a goddess, I suppose.
When the sun god, the head of the household, returned from his long travels, he too was told that Soatsaki had dug up the sacred root.
I am sorry, Earth Girl. I am grieved for my son. But you have violated the law. You must return to your people.
But, husband...
Father. Silence. There is nothing I can do. The law has been broken.
But our grandchild...
My son.
I also sorrow. But this woman has broken the law, and she must return to the earth. And it would not be fair to the child to take him away from his mother.
But I could...
There will be no more discussion. The child will stay with his mother. My son, you will go and call on the Spider-Man who brought the Feather Girl up here for you. Tell him that she must go back to the earth.
Father.
I regret it, Morning Star, but there is the law.
But, husband, if
The Earth Girl would no longer be happy with us. She has seen her own people again.
And so Soatsaki returned to her people, to us, the Siksika. She wanted only to bring up her child in familiar surroundings, but the people were unkind, for which shame still attaches to the Blackfoot nation. And the boy Poia suffered much from the cruel jibes of his playmates. Once, Soatsaki tried to return to her husband. She climbed to the top of the highest bluff in the land of the Blackfeet and prayed.
Morning Star, husband, I pray to you. Hear me as you once heard me, before I became your wife and the mother of your son. I beseech thee, love of my life, take me back to thee. I was at fault, grievously at fault. But can you not forgive me? I long to return to my home, the only home I have ever known as woman and wife. I do not know, Morning Star, if this sighing of the breeze is your answer. But I know that unless you take me into your lodge again, my life is ended. It was only the prairie that called me away from you, my love. We, the Siksika, have lived here and fought here and died here so long that this earth has become our home. But my shining love, my only husband, believe, never have I loved anyone other than thee, and I shall die a pure woman. Please be a father to our son.
And soon, Soatsaki did die. Some say it was of a broken heart. Our forefathers tell us that on the night when she joined the Great Spirit, the pines sighed again on the mountains nearby. But Soatsaki had left behind her Poia, the morning star's son, and the scar-faced boy fared even worse with the other children of the tribe than before.
He's nothing but a Scarface!
Did your mother give you that?
Where was she when it happened?
The son of a god, he says.
With a scar across his face, and nobody knowing who his father was.
It was the morning star.
Poia's life was not happy, and when he grew to manhood, he fell in love. But his chosen maiden would have no part of him because of the scar on his face. Poia, despairing, consulted an old medicine woman, the only friend he had left since his mother's death.
What ails me, second mother? What ails me, Holy One?
The scar.
True, the scar.
You cannot do anything about it yourself, Poia. But I know who gave you the scar. Perhaps to punish your mother. He is the only one who can take it away.
But who would...
The father of the man who loved your mother, of course. The sun god. He always hated your mother, and perhaps you too, because he thought that your mother had robbed him of his son. But you he loved as well, because you are his grandchild. He may even have forgotten by now that he ever put the scar there.
But I still have it.
The sun god put it there. Only the sun god can take it off.
Then I shall have to journey to the home of the sun, or I shall never find a wife.
So Poia set out and journeyed across the plains and over the mountains, higher than any man can imagine, until he finally came to the big water which borders the sundown side of the world. When he reached the water's edge, he lay there for 3 days, fasting. And on the 4th day, a silvery trail appeared on the limitless waters, stretching far into the unknown. And Poia rose to his feet and followed the trail until he reached the lodge of the sun.
Oh, you! Who are you? What? Why, you're from the earth, below. How dare you disturb the peace of my lodge?
Don't you recognize me, Grandfather?
Huh?
You might at least recognize the scar on my face. You put it there, didn't you?
The feather girl. Well, I suppose I did put that scar there. I must have resented your mother very much.
Yes, sir. But I have the scar.
Does it bother you?
Yes, sir. I have found a girl, but she will not even consider me as long as I have this mark.
Oh, that is sad, isn't it? Well, we shall see.
What is sad, Father?
Oh, Morning Star, it is the boy's story. He claims that he is your son. Well, that would make me his grandfather, I suppose. Oh, yes, he also suggests that I have disfigured him and that he has trouble with girls. He does look a little gruesome at that, doesn't he?
You are not...
I am Poia, Father. They call me Scarface. Only sometimes they call me worse names, since I have neither father nor mother.
Your mother?
She died many years ago, soon after you sent us back to the earth.
What do you want, my son?
The scar.
Oh, he says that the girls don't like him. Or did I say that before?
You did, Father. But about that scar, sir, you will have to take it off. Meantime, son, you can live with us in the lodge.
And so Poia lived with the gods, helping them with their hunts and other pursuits, some of which ordinary men may not even hear about. The Morning Star, meantime, taught Poia many secrets, including those of the sacred sun dance and other ceremonies. In the end, after Poia's scar had finally been healed by the sun, the Morning Star gave Poia a magic flute to charm the heart of any girl he desired, and a wonderful song to go with it. He also gave him a robe of soft-tanned leather, decorated with sacred paintings, and told him that none but a virtuous girl should ever be allowed to wear it. Such a maiden would be able to perform miracles, such as healing the sick, merely by putting the robe over them. Morning Star then sent his son back to Earth by the short route, over the Milky Way. And when Poya had won his girl, and the two together had worked many marvels among the sick of the Blackfoot nation and neighboring tribes, the sun god relented. He took Poya and his wife to live in the sky forever. He made Poya almost as beautiful as the morning star, and he gave him a new name, Starboy. He also gave him a circuit across the sky. But now and then, Starboy's path crosses that of his father, and when that happens, it is always a sign of good fortune for the Siksika people. It is the meeting of the two morning stars.
You have been listening to the CBS Radio Workshop and Starboy, the Blackfoot Indian legend of the two morning stars, as written by Henry E. Fritsch, with music based on authentic Blackfoot and Sioux Indian melodies, adapted and arranged by Alexander Steinert and conducted by Alfredo Antonini. Starboy was produced and directed in New York by Paul Roberts. Elspeth Eric was heard as Soat Saki, Louis Van Ruten as Notassin the Medicine Man, Joe Helgeson as Morning Star, and Tom Ellis as Starboy. Others in the cast included Cliff Hall, Elaine Rost, Peggy Allenby, Nell Harrison, Ray Brown, Ruth Tobin. The calls of the whooping cranes heard on the program were recorded by the Laboratory of Ornithology, Cornell University. This is Bob Hite inviting you to listen again next week when from Hollywood the CBS Radio Workshop presents Subways Are for Sleeping, Edmund G. Love's fantastic story of a man in New York who has lived without a home for 4 years. America listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
70 years ago, July 27th, 1956, the CBS Radio Workshop here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, Claudia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chief hope of our enemies is to divide the United States along racial and religious lines and thereby conquer us. Let's not spread prejudice. A divided America is a weak America. Through our behavior, we encourage the respect of our children and make them better neighbors to all races and religions. Remind them that being good neighbors has helped make our country great and kept her free. Thank you.
And we wrap up this Monday podcast with an episode of Claudia. This goes back 78 years to July 27th, 1948.
Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia, based on the famous play and novels by Rose Franken. Brought to you transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
I seem to be missing an ashtray someplace. David, have you seen it? Goes right on this table, but... Oh, here it is under your tobacco pouch.
I don't see why you're making such a fuss.
I'm not making a fuss. I'm just trying to get the living room to look as nice as it can for Mama's sake.
What's Mama's sake got to do with it?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, David, it's her living room. Especially because she isn't home, I don't want it to not look up to snuff.
Mama doesn't use snuff.
Oh.
If I thought you'd go to such ends, I wouldn't have asked Roger to drop up tonight.
But I love going to ends, especially when I can make them meet. You think Roger will want to see the baby?
No.
You don't?
Why should he want to see the baby?
Oh, I just thought he might. Some people do.
Well, Roger's not that kind of people.
I guess not. I guess you wouldn't be either about some other person's baby.
I'm not even about my own.
Oh, sure.
All right. Don't believe it.
Maybe I ought to fix the baby's bed, just in case Roger's in a polite mood.
Why don't you ask the baby if he feels like having company?
That's an idea. I'll go right now.
After all, Bobby's to be considered as much as anybody else. He might not feel sociable tonight.
I'll ask him.
Well, put yourself in his place. If you were a baby, would you like a procession of people coming in, leaning over the side of your carriage and disturbing you just to say goo goo? Make funny faces at you?
I wouldn't like it at all.
Bobby probably doesn't either.
David, you're going to make a wonderful father.
What's that got to do with it?
Because you know just how a 3.5 weeks old child feels. Oh, well, do you think Mrs. Killian's coming up tonight?
Roger mentioned she's taking Jeffrey to the theater or something.
Let's us not ever be the kind of couple who go out separately.
Us? Not a chance.
Oh, there he is.
Sit still, darling. I'll answer.
I'm there already. Come in, Roger.
Well, how's the little mother?
Me, I'm fine. Hardly a mother anymore.
What?
Well, I mean, it's been weeks since I had the baby. So treat me like anybody else, please.
That would be a little difficult, my dear, but I'll try.
Aren't you going to even invite him in, Claudia?
She was giving me a few warnings as to how I should behave.
Well, don't pay any attention to her.
I always pay attention to Claudia, and I'm very glad of it.
You
Come on
see,
in, Roger.
David?
Thank you.
She won't be fit to live with for a week. Wait till I get a hold of you tomorrow, old man.
I shall play sick tomorrow.
Sit down, Roger.
Thank you. Well, don't I get to go in and see it? I mean him.
The baby?
I've come to call on him.
Well, what on earth you want to see him for? He isn't much to look at.
Oh, come now.
Well, he isn't. He looks like any other baby his age.
Oh.
No teeth, hardly any hair, and lots of fat.
Sounds delightful. Charming.
Not very. He makes weird little noises. He's an awfully bright eater.
Every word you say tantalizes me. I demand to see him.
Look, Roger, look, we're partners and old friends. You don't have to be polite to us.
But I'm not being polite.
You must be being polite. I'm never interested in seeing other people's children.
And I'm hardly interested in seeing my own.
You two proud parents put up a beautiful front.
We do?
You don't have to come in with me. If you prefer, I'll go in by myself to pay my respects. Or is he asleep now and I won't be allowed?
Well, if you insist. He's asleep most of the time, so it won't make any difference.
Normally, with new parents, you can't escape seeing the new baby. Well, am I or am I not going to see this wonder child?
I'll take a look at him, too, but purely for business reasons.
Oh, yes, I think I get what you mean.
Well, there he is.
Oh. He's very sweet.
Go on.
Yes,
Say
go
more.
on.
Come on.
And quite large, too, I imagine.
Well, go on. Don't leave it there. Think of something else.
Well, I think he looks...
Yes, now don't be embarrassed. Say anything you
Go
like.
right ahead, Roger.
Like both of you.
You did very nicely, Roger.
Well, now, have you had enough?
Well, I've seen him, haven't I?
And for your hypocrisy, we should make you spend all evening in here.
But you've been very polite and very gallant, so come on, let's relax and go in the living room.
Fine. Goodbye, little fellow. Sleep well tonight. Goodbye.
Oh, you're really very funny, Roger.
Now, why am I funny?
Feeling that you had to insist on seeing him.
Well, I wanted to.
You have done your duty.
I've loved seeing your son. But it is difficult, you know, to comment on a 3-week-old baby.
David can hardly understand why he didn't sprout full grown with a trout pole in his hand.
Oh, it would be simpler that way. Well, what else have you decided for him?
Decided for him?
Mm-hmm. You've made a trout fisherman out of him. About his future, I mean.
Oh, that. Well, we're taking him off his 2:00 feeding starting tonight.
Oh,
he didn't even wake up last night.
I don't think that those are the details that Roger was interested in.
I didn't think so either. I'm not especially, so I was surprised when he asked.
Roger means Bobby's future.
Exactly.
Oh, his future.
Yes.
You know, that sounds awfully far off. When does it come?
Much sooner and much faster than you think.
That soon?
That soon. So soon that you won't have much time to plan a life for your son. And you can't wait for chance or incident to plan it for you. I remember when my boy was born, there were certain things I'd arranged for right then and there. But of course, there were some things I didn't count on. But I have the satisfaction of saying that I can look back and say that at least the physical things I did for him were right.
Roger, it's not the physical things that are the most important.
No, I know. But those are the few you can plan on, and they are important, too.
Such as?
The schools you'll send him to.
We have to decide that now?
Well, most certainly. It's not too easy to get your boy in the right school and university. The sooner you enroll him, the better.
Well, I should think he'd want to decide that for himself.
Like you decided for yourself that you didn't want to go to school?
Now, let's not get personal about this. We are talking about our son.
And that's not personal?
Well, not
Now you have a boy 3 weeks old, and you know approximately the kind of person that you hope he will turn out.
Hope so.
David has certain ideas of education for him. And he can arrange for his son right now to have that kind of education. David, what preparatory school did you go to?
I went to the Craig School.
Do you like it?
Oh, I like it very much.
You mean you like going to school?
I certainly did.
Braggart.
Well, if I were you, I think it would be good to have him follow in your footsteps. Send him to a fine school, which will give him a good liberal education. Give him the opportunities for knowledge that you want him to have. I'd enroll him at Craig tomorrow. And not for snobbishness or false ambition either.
Maybe he won't want to go to Craig.
You must educate him to want to. If he loves his father,
He better had.
he'll want to do as he did. Of course, David, you're a Harvard man. I would enroll him in Harvard tomorrow.
If it were me, I'm not sure I'd like to be told at the age of 3 weeks that I was going to go away to prep school and then to Harvard and so forth and so on.
You don't tell a boy that. You bring him up with those ideas. It's a sort of insurance as to the kind of person he'll become.
I know what Roger means, darling.
I know, but I want Bobby to have his own hopes and his own ambitions and his own desires. For all I know, he might not be interested in going to college. Why, lots of wonderful people have never been to college.
Claudia's talking about herself again.
I repeat, let's not be personal.
Certainly, a lot of wonderful people have never been to college. Some of the finest men of our country never had a formal education. Lincoln, as an example. But if you can give it to your son, you owe it to him. Why, the very day that my Jeffrey was born, his mother and I enrolled him in Harvard.
Well, I think that's very optimistic of you, Roger.
I wish we had served him as well at home. However, your son will never suffer from lack of a mother or father who lived together, or their devotion to him. So don't let him suffer from the other.
It's a nice compliment you gave us, Roger.
I know whereof I speak. The few days my son and I spent in your home were a life's education to me. So actually, I think I have great cheek to advise you at all.
Oh, on the contrary, Roger.
My interest in you is very selfish. I think it would make me feel I had made fewer mistakes if you made none.
Oh, we'll make mistakes. I can hardly wait to see what they are, as a matter of fact.
Well, what do you think? Do we take that 3-week piece of protoplasm in the next room and start molding him into a solid citizen?
Well, I suppose it's never too early to start.
That's right.
David, do you want him to go to the school you went to? You turned out all right.
Things are a little different now than they were then.
I suppose so.
Education's different, too. I've thought of it, and I lean toward seeing my boy go to the public school in Eastbrook.
I hope you'd say that, David.
It's not because I'm putting up the stones and brick that I want him to go to Eastbrook School, but because I think it gives the boy a sense of belonging to go to the community school with his neighbors and friends.
I agree.
I don't think I'd like to bypass or go beyond what we have to offer Bobby right here at home.
I know, but it's a little different for Bobby than it was for you.
Oh, I'm so glad you feel that way, David. You know, if I were Eastbrook, I don't know, I think I'd feel it was an awful sort of a slap in the face to have a son of one of its most prominent citizens go someplace else to school.
I am not one of its most prominent citizens.
Oh, now you know you are.
And you are not Eastbrook, my love.
No, you're right
But
there.
I think you have the right idea.
Claudia always she always makes sense, one way or another.
That is because I have David.
You see, Roger, I know what it is I really want to educate my son for.
You do?
And for that, he's already enrolled.
David, you've enrolled him into something already? You didn't tell me.
Well, what is it, David?
Bobby's enrolled as a citizen of this country. I want him to graduate at 21 into a person of responsibilities and ideals. I want him to be educated to appreciate the principles of this country into which he's been born. I've enrolled him into a life of service and usefulness and hope and idealism. I look to the day when he'll have a diploma of manhood, integrity, and loyalty. That he'll know how to live side by side with his neighbors in peace and cooperation.
He'll have that, David. He comes by it. That's his heritage, and a very fine one.
I think that the schools and the colleges and the universities to go to, and any one of a great number, they're all good. I think they can give him what he wants, if he knows what it is he wants. Now, that's the greatest education of all. I think if he's the kind of man who knows what he's getting an education for, he won't have any trouble getting it anywhere.
A number of women get on a bus loaded with bundles. Some look all tuckered out. Some look fresh as daisies. A lot is in the way you go about things. If you pause for ice-cold Coca-Cola during shopping trips, I'll wager you'll look fresher as you carry your packages home. The pause that refreshes is well named. Coke does help you shop refreshed.
He's quite a boy, young Bobby Norton, isn't he, Mr. King?
Oh, Roger Killian. Well, we all like him.
Hard to believe they ever grow up, to go to school and college, and then...
Wait a minute, Mr. Killian. Not so fast. Life's a little slower than that, you know.
Oh, not much. By the way, has David mentioned to you when he and Claudia are going back to the farm? I've been meaning to ask him, but we're so busy at the office.
Claudia's trying to convince David that they're ready to go back immediately, but he's a little hard to convince.
Well, David's a careful man when it comes to his own. But Claudia can be mighty insistent when she wants something.
Yes, she can, when she wants something for David. I guess we'll find out more about it tomorrow.
Let me know what happens. So long, Mr. King.
See you soon, Mr. Killian. Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. Now this is Joe King saying au revoir. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes. And ice-cold Coca-Cola is everywhere. This broadcast of Claudia was supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney.
And that's from 78 years ago, July 27th, 1948. Claudia here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for spending part of your Monday with us. Coming up tomorrow, we will have Parley Bear as the second-class passenger, an episode of Escape from 1949. Jack Webb and Dragnet, a Christmas time story where Juanita Lasky reported missing by her mother. The Marriage Bureau Murders in Did Justice Triumph, and Gerald Moore in The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, The Glass Donkey. And we'll have another episode of Claudia as they start to look at bringing some more folks out to the farm. That's coming up tomorrow. Have yourself a great Monday, and we will talk with you tomorrow, bringing you more classic radio theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.